Okay, thanks for joining us tonight, guys. We're going to try to keep this short and sweet. I don't have too much for you, but what I do have is pretty good information, I think. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys is about the new hemp that's coming out. You guys already know that the deal that they have going on right now is if you sponsor 3 people with a welcome pack, you get your choice of hemp oils or the new product that's coming in at convention. So that's exciting in itself. I want to talk to you a little bit about hemp oil because a lot of people are very confused about it. I've been getting lots and lots of messages from people who are confused. They don't really understand what the difference between CBD and hemp and THC and all the different things. And I was super confused too. And I'm not a super green personality, but I can research when I need to. And also, I don't know if you guys know that I'm on the product board with Plexus. And so there's been a lot of talk about what's going to be offered and all the different things. So some of the things I can share, some of the things I can't share, but I am really, really excited about what's coming. And I found some pretty good things. I don't know if you guys can motion to me if you're confused about what the difference is between hemp oil and CBD and THC. Are you guys real familiar with that? Or are you not? Raise your hand if you could use more info. Okay, that's how I am too. And I'm really like listening and trying to research as much as I can. But I found some pretty good information, and that's very accurate. And I want to read some things that I learned today. And this comes directly from a source that is going to be very crucial to Plexus. So if you guys are note takers, this is where you need to take some notes. Okay, so the first question is hemp the same thing as marijuana? That's one of the biggest questions we get. I've got several people that are messaging me, asking me, how is this going to affect people who are in the ministry? How is this going to affect people that aren't allowed to do CBD, or they have conflicts with it? They're scared of it. They don't know, what to expect. And so I want to read this to you. Is hemp the same thing as marijuana? The short answer is no. Hemp and marijuana are both within the cannabis genus, and technically both can come from Cannabis sativa species, but they are distinct plants in appearance, genetic makeup, and use. The most important distinction comes when you compare the amounts of certain cannabinoids the two plants contain. The cannabinoid fingerprints of hemp and marijuana are very different, which causes them to affect the body in different ways. Okay, so the well-known cannabinoids found in cannabis plants are THC and CBD. Okay, those are the two different ones found. CBD is a non-psychoactive compound found in cannabis, which may have several health benefits. THC is a psychoactive compound found in cannabis. This is what gets people high when they use products with significant amounts of THC, like marijuana. Both marijuana and hemp contain CBD, but while marijuana also contains a significant amounts of THC, hemp contains only trace amounts, so 0.3 or less is what hemp oil has. Okay, this means while marijuana has psychoactive effects, that is, it can get you high, hemp does not. Okay, so hemp oil is not going to get you high. It does not have those effects. Okay, that's really, really important to know. Okay, so what is hemp extract oil? Hemp extract oil is just what it sounds like, oil made from pressing the hemp plant Typically, hemp extract oil is made from the leaves and stems of the hemp plant. What is full spectrum hemp extract oil? Now those are words that we've heard from Plexus, because we're going to get to choose when you sponsor your 3 people. You're going to be able to choose the full spectrum or the CBD isolate, which contains 0 THC. And this explains the difference so well. This is how I understand it better now. Full spectrum hemp extract oil is referring to the hemp extract oil that maintains the same compounds, including cannabinoids that are found in the hemp plant. Remember, this includes only trace amounts of THC below 0.3%, so even full spectrum hemp extract oil is not going to have psychoactive effects of marijuana. Full spectrum hemp extract oil shouldn't be confused with other products related to cannabis plants, such as hemp seed oil, marijuana, hash oil, or CBD isolates. What compounds does full spectrum hemp extract oil contain? Full spectrum hemp extract oil is considered to have many benefits due to the compounds it contains. These include CBD, the non-psychoactive cannabinoid found in the hemp plant, other cannabinoids including CBG and cannabinol. Flavonoids, molecules found in fruits and vegetables that are thought to have a variety of health benefits, and terpenes, compounds that create an aromatic effect but may also have other effects on the body and brain. Vitamins and minerals including vitamins A, C, E, riboflavin, niacin, thiamine, beta-carotene, calcium, iron, zinc, and magnesium, essential fatty acids, and amino acids. So those are all the things that the full spectrum are going to contain. And they're going to have what they call the entourage effect, which is how they all work together in a synergistic effect. Full spectrum hemp extract oil might have this effect, but isolates will not, okay? So now it's telling what is CBD isolate. Isolates are processed to contain only one compound, cannabidiol or CBD. All of the other compounds in the hemp plant, like waxes, chlorophyll, other oils, other cannabinoids, flavonoids, and terpenes, are removed. With a CBD isolate, you get more of the CBD concentration, but without the additional compounds found in the full spectrum hemp extract oil, or the benefits that come with those compounds. So there is no entourage effect when you use CBD isolate. CBD isolate is a good option for someone who wants to get the most health benefits associated with cannabidiol while completely avoiding THC. Full spectrum hemp extract oil contains trace amounts of THC, less than 0.3%, while CBD isolate contains none. Okay, and you guys, I hope you're listening, because this is truly from a source that is going to be very beneficial to us with Plexus. So the reason why I'm reading this to you is because this is not something that I can share exactly where I found it yet, but this is something you guys will have access to soon, okay? But the reason why I wanted to read this to you is so that you would get a better understanding of what the 2 of these oils are and what the difference is. So basically, the full spectrum is going to provide a lot of different benefits, full spectrum, and the isolate's going to provide some benefits, but it's more for people that maybe are going to be drug tested, or people that aren't allowed to have any THC ever found in their system. But legally, you guys, I don't want anybody to worry about any problems legally, because Plexus is not going to do anything illegal. I can assure you of that. They're making sure. Our compliance department is very, 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 very conscientious about making sure that nothing gets left undone here. Okay, so that's one thing you can make sure of. Plexus is they will always be a company of integrity and to protect us in anything that we do. So I just want to read this very last part to you guys, because it's so good about the difference in what the 2 oils do. But this last question is, what health benefits do hemp extract oil and isolates offer? And so while many of the compounds listed above are believed to have significant health benefits, and many of them have been studied to determine these benefits, it's important to remember that mileage may vary when it comes to hemp extract oil and cannabidiol isolate. There is already plenty of misinformation on the internet about these products. When you're talking about hemp extract oil or CBD isolate with others, use the information that we'll be sharing. But some of the well-studied health benefits from hemp extract oil and CBD isolates include feelings of calmness, help managing of normal everyday stresses, improved mood, healthy sleep cycles. Additionally, some of the most exciting benefits of these products have to do with their effects on the endocannabinoid system. Okay, so that's a good thing for you guys to research. If you're going to do some research, do that. Because I can't even barely say the word, it's so big. The endocannabinoid system is a vital and vast receptor system that helps balance bodily functions. The ECS helps promote a stable equilibrium affecting sleep, discomfort, memory, and mood. The fact is, your body produces its own cannabinoids. In fact, cannabinoids are found in breast milk. That's interesting. And the way that they react with the ECS is what affects these different functions in your health. So to recap, hemp and marijuana are not the same thing. Hemp extract oil contains CBD, but only trace amounts of THC. The low THC amounts in hemp extract oil are less than 0.3 and are not enough to produce a psychoactive effect. Full spectrum hemp oil contains many compounds that may be beneficial to your health. Cannabinoids and other CBD and others react with your endocannabinoid system to help your body in various ways. Okay, so basically, you're going to get lots of health benefits with the full spectrum. You're going to get lots of benefits from the isolate, but you're not going to get the full spectrum of benefits with the isolate as you would be from the full spectrum. Okay, that's the difference. So basically, they're offering a THC-free oil for those people that either are worried about it. They might get drug tested. They're worried about that part of it. So they're going to offer that. What I learned is that we don't know for sure if they're going to offer both oils as products in the fall when they come out. They're going to base that on how many people order which one during the time when people are earning their bottle. They're going to see, like, if they're 90% of people want the full spectrum and 10% of people want that, is it 50-50 and they want to do, they see that there's a need for both, or is 10% of the people ordering the full spectrum and 90% of the people ordering the THC free. So basically that's what they're doing. So when you earn your 3 and you earn your bottle or whatever it is, order the one that you think is going to suit you the best. That way Plexus knows who wants what. And what I would love to do is be able to try both of them so that you can kind of see which one affects you in a better way, because they probably have different benefits, honestly. So Jayla is on here. Jayla is going to share a little bit about what her husband has found on the hemp oil. Is that he takes hemp oil, right? Or he did for a while?
Yeah, CBD.
Okay.
So, he has chronic pain and nausea, and he has a lot of health issues. And so I did lots of research. As a speech therapist, I had a lot of kids and adults that I work with that were using cannabis oil. I was really hesitant because there's so many misconceptions even down here with the medical professionals. So I did a lot of research, and there were a lot of people near us getting great results with different CBD oils. And so pretty desperate for him, looking for some answers. And I reached out to a company that is not local, is not in Georgia, but is very, very well known. And I did some research and found out that they had the highest percentage of the cannabinoids in them. So he could get per dropper about 30 milligrams at a time, whereas a lot of the other companies were only offering like 5 or 10 milligrams. So it was very expensive with this company, but within about 3 days, he had better sleep. Some of the nausea was going away, and it was helping the pain. And then how he was taking it was, at first, you would put, it was an oil-based, and you would put it under your tongue. You would put like 3 drops under your tongue. I could not stand the way it smelled or tasted. It's very oily. It's like olive oil. But we figured out ways that he could take it. So basically what I would do is put it on a piece of toast and then put butter on top of it. So it was like a really buttery piece of toast. And he could tolerate that much better. The recommended dosing was doing that at 3 times a day, like morning, noon, and night, just because of his chronic pain and nausea level. And so the first couple of days he was really sleepy from it, but it was not the isolate. It was the full spectrum, and he has blood tests done very often, very frequently, and the trace amounts never have shown up. So that's something everyone asks is, oh, I'm going to have a drug screen. I don't want to show it. If you're concerned about that, then you need to do the isolate. But also one of the things that helps, now he doesn't have a problem with this, but it helps with seizure issues. So if you know someone who's having seizures, that's a huge benefit from a CBD oil. But for him, it was primarily for pain and nausea and extreme discomfort, and just such a huge benefit for him. So I'm really excited for this. I can't wait to get my bottle.
Yeah. And one thing that, you know, I think that what Jayla said is true. I don't think that really anybody's probably going to have to worry about it showing up in a drug test. As far as what I understand, it's very gray, but I know that there's laws that are passing like every single month that states are allowing this. And so I think Plexus pretty much knows that by the time this comes out, all the states will be able to do it, able to sell it. And I think Texas just passed something recently within the last few days that they're gonna allow it now. So so they know that this is so big on the supplement, you know, agenda, and they know how important it is that they include it. I also know that Plexus, whatever product they come out with, will be different than any other CBD oil or hemp oil on the market. It'll do more stuff. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. I'm really excited about it. I think we're going to get a lot more information at convention. And so that's the next thing I want to talk about. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments about the call. And I will try to get the answers from the other people that I know are really researching this, or from the product board that, you know, I can ask questions anytime anybody has a question about products. Let me know, because I can always take that to the product board at Plexus and ask them any question that you would have about any of our products. So feel free to do that anytime. We have an actual app on our phone that we have direct access to the product board at Plexus, and we can ask questions anytime about that, about any of the products. So I want to talk about convention. Convention is a week and a half away. Hard to believe, but it's coming so fast. And I know a lot of you are going to convention, and some of you really wanted to go, but you can't. I would say make sure that you are paying attention. If you're not going to convention, make sure that you're paying attention in the Rockin group. And all of the different jewels that you follow, to make sure that you're keeping up with what's going on at convention, all the announcements that are coming. I've heard a lot of them already, and some of them I haven't heard, but I know some really exciting things are coming at convention every year. It's always such a fun time. It's our biggest thing, and it's our biggest event of the year. And there'll be, I don't know, 12,000 people there. So here's my suggestions. If you are going to convention, make sure that you're communicating with your team and all the people that your whole network at home. So be posting pictures from there. Go live when you can. If you hear a great announcement, as soon as you have a chance, go live on your wall. Let people know what you're doing and how excited you are. Your team needs to know that this is such a big event that they don't want to miss it next year. And so, try to just provide as much information as you can. Whenever we post in the Rockin group about things, announcements or whatever, if you have things to add to that, if you're there at convention with us and we post something in the Rockin group, feel free to tag your people. Feel free to share that with your team. And make your own comments of things maybe that you heard. You're there with all those people, and there's just announcement after announcement. So there's some things that you might hear that I didn't hear, or things that you want to add to the conversation. We would love that. We love all the interaction you can give. If you're not going to convention, make sure that you're following all of the things that we do. I'll be going live probably a lot in the Rockin page, but on my own wall as well. Whenever we go live, you can also host your own watch party on Facebook, to where you can broadcast whatever it is we're doing there. Like, say for instance, if Jayla goes live, you can do a watch party and your own friends can log into that and see what's going on there. And so it gives you a lot of information that you can bring back, and excitement, and to show people that, one, Plexus is a legit company that has such exciting and state-of-the-art, innovative things coming out all the time. How exciting it is. I mean, you can't really beat 12,000 excited people in one place. And it shows your team members that they need to be there next year. And that's one thing I would say to all of you that are not going. Do everything that you can to get there next year. Make it just a point that there's going to be no questions asked. You're going to go next year without question. And I always tell people, if money is an issue, start saving now. Put back part of your Plexus check, or put back part of your whatever you're spending money each month, and save for convention. Because if you have a little fund set up for a convention, it makes things a lot easier. You already have that money sitting aside in the bank, that when they announce that the convention tickets are on sale at the lowest price, when they do, usually in January or February, then you can go ahead and get your ticket then, and you've already saved for it, so you don't have to worry about where that money is going to come from. But if you plan on it now, it makes things a lot easier. Just plan on going and start a savings fund for your convention. So I already know that a new product is coming. They will announce that probably really quick after a convention starts. So be watching for that. Going to be super fun and exciting. I've heard all kinds of what they're doing to set up for this product announcement, and it sounds like it's over the top of anything we've ever seen before. So it's going to be so fun to be there, or to even be on live, or to watch the video later, whatever. You guys just make sure you see it as it's happening. And then also I want to talk about this summer and Leaders Retreat. So that one of the announcements at convention will be where Leaders Retreat is. If you don't know what Leaders Retreat is like the second biggest event, and it happens in October. We already have the dates for that. You guys remind me if you know. I think it's October 20th, around that time. And Leaders Retreat is something that you can absolutely earn. And jewels are not allowed. 24th to 27th. Thank you, Angie. Jewels are not. If you earn Maui, then you don't get to go to Leaders Retreat unless you're a trainer. So they leave those spots open for people. We used to get to go. The jewels used to get to go to Leaders Retreat, but it got so big that so many jewels got to be jewels, and we're going, that it didn't leave a lot of space for people that were not jewels yet. So they made it to where duals are not going anymore. And so it leaves more spaces open for people who are senior Ruby and below. So you guys, Leaders Retreat is something I truly miss. I'm glad that they have more spaces for people on our team to go. But Leaders Retreat is one of the best things ever because you get to be in a smaller group with people. Convention's more of a great, big, exciting time. Leaders Retreat is much more of an intimate training time where you get to really hear one-on-one from leaders and you get to just be in a smaller setting. But they will be announcing where that's going to be at convention, and I have no idea. I don't even have a clue as to where. Last year it was a cruise, and so I'm sure it's going to be really fabulous, whatever it is that they're going to send you guys on. But if one of the biggest things is to make sure that that you start now earning those points to go to Leaders Retreat. Don't wait. Every year we say this, but every year people wait until the very last month and they see that they've earned points in June and they see that they've earned points in July, and then in August they have almost enough points to go, and then they're working their little heinies off all August trying to get there, and sometimes they miss it by a little bit and sometimes they make it, but there's already too many people going, and they missed last year. They literally missed the boat because they made enough points to go, but the boat was already full. So I cannot stress enough how important it is for you to really start now and look at how much I know that they haven't really said exactly how much you need to get to Leaders Retreat because it's all question marks now. But aim for that first goal that you have, because whatever those prizes are going to be fabulous. And so you guys start now. Break your months down into realistic goals of what you think you can do, and aim for that. And get your PV as soon as early in the month as you possibly can. Get the PV that you can get to get the most points for that PV is the first thing I would recommend. And then, get as many level 1s as you possibly can and customers, because those give you a lot of points. And where I'm seeing people get the most points right now is when you help people get to silver. And when you rank up yourself and you help other people get to silver. And not just that, but when you get people to silver, that's like super residual income. And that helps grow your team more than anything else, is when you help your people be successful on their plexus journey. And that's going to help you so much in getting to your goals, is when you help people get to their goals. So anyway, lots of announcements coming. Just pay attention. Make sure that you have notifications turned on in the Rockin group or whatever other leaders groups that you're in. Make sure that your notifications are turned on so that you do not miss anything that's going on. June is always packed full of announcements. If you are going to Leaders Retreat, convention, make sure that you're in our convention group. If you are not, then let us know so that we can add you to it, because we are having a great big pizza party on Wednesday before the dessert reception. Shannon and I and Jayla's going to be there, and lots of very fun people are going to be at our pizza party. I even invited our Plexus coach, Ryan, and he said he would drop by. So it's a come and go, so you don't have to be there right at the time it starts. But I have ordered so many prizes to give away during that party. We're going to have raffles, and we'll have contests and all kinds of really fun things going on. Shannon's there. It's going to be a blast. So I know all of you are going to be so excited to make that party. But stay tuned and be very excited about all the things that are coming this summer, because I can't even imagine at convention, when this convention's over, this summer is going to be crazy busy. So get ready to rock your business this summer and get ready. All of your prospects and all of your customers, let them know that we've got products coming, at least one, and that lots of really big announcements coming. Well, we actually have more than one because of the hemp oil that's coming. So let all your people know that the things that are coming are things that they're not going to be able to get anywhere else but Plexus. Okay, so when this information that I read to you is available, I will share it immediately in the Rockin group so that you guys can have access to it. But I hope that the part that I read to you was as eye-opening as it was for me, because it really kind of, I've been hearing so many different things about the CBD and hemp oil and what is this and what is that. And this, what I read, is just, to me, helps me understand it so much better. And I hope it made you guys understand a little bit more too. Okay, somebody's asking me, is it 1,050 to earn Leaders Retreat? Okay, good. Because somebody had said that it was a question mark, so I wasn't sure. Okay, somebody said that they heard 5 is coming out. I wouldn't say 5 actual products are coming out, but at least 3, and some other things that have to do with changing, a little bit of reformulation. Let's put it that way. So, but nothing to worry about. Everything's good. There's nothing that's going to be like taken away from us that you really want or anything like that. So it's all good stuff. So be very, very, very excited about things that are coming, you guys. But okay, if you're going to be at convention, hopefully everyone on this call, or almost everybody on this call, is going to be at convention. Please, please, please come talk to us and introduce yourself to us if we haven't met before, and tell us, it's so funny because I know names, but I don't always know faces. If you're on our calls all the time, usually I'll recognize your face, but I'll always recognize your name. And so that's why you'll see me always look at your name tag when you walk up, because as soon as I see your name, I'm like, oh, I know you. I know Lacey. I know Lacey. She lives real close to me. But I see your name, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know you. I know your name. So make sure that you come up and talk to us. We want to meet everybody there. Me and Rod are really excited about seeing you guys again, or for the first time, to meet you. And convention is just such an exciting time for us to really be able to embrace the team and get to know you guys all better. But make sure you're in the convention group. And also, I'm going to be posting an after the call notes so that you guys can go in there and tell us what you learned. Because the people that aren't on the call, sometimes they can't be on the call because they're working or they have family obligations. And it's really cool to be able to read all the things that people took away from calls, because then the next time there's a call, they'll say, oh, I really want to be on that call because I learned a lot, or I saw people that learned a lot on that. So that's why we asked you to put your call notes in the Rockin group so that people can get excited about the calls. And plus, a lot of people can't ever be on the calls because they work evenings or whatever, and they look forward to reading those notes so they can see what all that we talked about on the calls. So I really appreciate when you guys, because some of you guys are some great note takers, way better than me. So I love reading your notes. I learn a lot myself. But you guys have a great weekend and a great evening. And if you're at convention, I'll see you there. And if you're not at convention, then I will see you in the Rockin group, and look forward to hearing from you guys. So yes, Pam, we're going to miss you too so much. We're going to miss everybody that isn't there, but we will connect on Facebook in the Rockin group. Okay? You guys have a great night. Thank you, Jayla, for sharing. Bye, guys. Talk to you soon.